What's happening, guys? This is James Blonde from MMOHut.com with a quick weekly recap for MMO news and announcements for the week ending February 17th, 2013. And our first bit of news comes from Star Wars The Old Republic and a bit of information about its now released update 1.7. According to the video and press release, this new update features a new in-game event called Relics of the Gree, which lets players unwrap the secrets of an ancient Gree ship that has suddenly appeared in the galaxy. Among these new additions, players can now earn galactic reputation by completing missions for various factions within the Republic or Empire, in which players can progress through 6 ranks of prestige. According to the design team, this new system gives the developers ways to create a lot of alternate gameplay, so expect more of this new system in future updates. Next up, Wargaming announced on February 12th the establishment of Wargaming.net League for World of Tanks. Scheduled to launch sometime in the first quarter of 2013, the new league will hold tournaments, playoffs, and grand finals with the entire competitive season offering a $2.5 million prize pool. But Wargaming isn't stopping there. On February 14th, just days after Gas Power Games announced they would be ending their Kickstarter campaign for the action RPG called Wildman, it was announced that Wargaming acquired Gas Power Games as just the latest in what seems to be a huge expansion by Wargaming into several genres across a variety of platforms. From this, we could see some pretty kick-ass games, so who knows, World of Mechs maybe? The next bit of news has to do with Perfect World and Cryptic Studios' Neverwinter. Also on the 12th, Perfect World released a new trailer highlighting Mount Hotnow, a new adventure zone with more iconic enemies from Dungeons & Dragons. Shown in the video in the background, players will have to face off against fire giants that use the fires and elements around them. With the way the game plays, it should be fun taking on larger bosses. Hopefully, players will have access to this area along with the new race and class during the 2nd and 3rd closed beta weekends coming up next month. Last week, NCSoft gave us an overview of the Exiles faction in Wildstar, a group of scrappy rebels searching for a new home on Nexus. But this week we get introduced to the other side of the galactic conflict, the Dominion. The Dominion features 3 sections of their empire, the Dragon, the Makori, and the Castians, that are all in conflict with the Exiles. In addition, as I mentioned last week, a 4th class was revealed, the Stalker. The Stalker, which is featured in the video in the background, is a stealth-based melee class using claws and cloaking to kill his foes. This game is bound to be getting closer and closer to beta with as much continuous news as they keep putting out. On February 13th, Red 5 Studios announced that Firefall's Founders Reward program is finished, with the final reward introducing integrated Twitch broadcasting, allowing players to broadcast live video of Firefall to their Twitch channel seamlessly, including chat integration. A few weeks back, Firefall announced plans for esports, and this new Twitch feature will combine with the esports toolkit to give competitive players a solid set of features to produce broadcasts and hopefully start up tournaments. In continuing the Transformation series, Elsword reveals the newest class for Reyna, the Trapping Ranger. Reyna now uses traps to control or destroy enemies, adding a whole new strategy to gameplay, especially PvP. The Trapping Ranger features a flexible set of ranged and close combat skills, and in addition to her traps, Reyna gains a fatality assassination attack which carries a random chance to one-shot enemies. Plus, with the new transformation and always badass trailer, Elsword is hosting a pretty sweet giveaway on their Facebook page for a chance to win an Alienware desktop setup and gaming headphones. Might want to check that one out. The next to last piece of news has to do with League of Legends and patch 3.02, which focuses on changes to quite a few champions, various items in the Ohm Wrecker. For most of the champions, changes made are mainly bug fixes and improvements like more fluid response on attacks, but some champions like Nasus, Riven, and Akali are getting complete changes to their abilities. The patch tweaks the cooldown reduction on several items including Glacial Shroud, Atheme's Unholy Grail, Zeke's Herald, and many others to better differentiate the high cooldown items from the low cooldown items. Some of these items are getting complete overhauls, like the changes to Ohm Wrecker reposition the item as an aggressive option for supports and casters rather than tanks. I'll put a link to the official patch notes in the description because there are plenty more changes in 3.02 that you'll want to see. Even more MOBA news as Hi-Rez reveals the latest god for Smite, Neith, Weaver of Fate. Definitely the sexiest god released so far. Like one of the comments said on the official video, good thing she's the Weaver of Fate instead of the Weaver of Clothes. Neith is from the Egyptian pantheon and is a ranged fighter whose passive is called Broken Weave, in which a Broken Weave appears at the last location each enemy god dies, giving her minimap visibility and secondary effects on each of her skills when used on the Broken Weaves. Neith can use her Broken Weaves for all aspects of the battle, making her the most unique goddess in the game. It's really cool how you can strategize utilizing combos based around her Broken Weaves, seeing that you have the option to target your enemy or their Broken Weave for different effects on gameplay. Anyways, guys, that's about it for MMO news. As far as games to look out for, until Tuesday the 19th, Warframe opened up the gates to the game for everyone in their first open beta stress test weekend. And with this, the developers are adding a special edition weapon to the market for just 1 credit. All players have to do to play is download the game. Also on the list, Renaissance Heroes is scheduled to release Tuesday the 19th in both North America and Europe. The launch of the game will also bring with it new maps, an entirely new character, and of course, new weapons that beta testers haven't seen. Another one to look out for, Games Campus has launched the second closed beta test for Legend of Edda Vengeance. The second closed beta test is set up with in-game events and prizes and Q&A with the GMs. And lastly, Waren Story started its closed beta on the 16th following the announcement of their new website. There honestly isn't a set time frame on how long the closed beta will last, but if you're interested in the game, it's probably fairly easy to get in. The game was kind of quasi-published by Area Games, and they immediately dropped it, and now Alt1 is bringing it back as their first published title, so head over there and give them some love. Anyway guys, that's going to be it for news and announcements for the week ending February 17th, 2013. Like always, if you're looking for more information about the news and the recap, head over to MMOHut.com/news, and feel free to discuss the news in the comments below, or head over to MMOHut.com/forums. Until next time guys, that's going to be it for me. I'm James Blonde. See you out there, gamers.